Be smart, dummy, dummy, be smart. He said that fool, you weren't cool. He took a book to your school. Be smart, dummy, dummy, be smart. Don't get shocked if you get mocked. It's what you find when you use your mind. Don't you sweat it, look 'em in the eye. Don't regret it, hold your head high. Be smart, dummy, dummy, be smart. Try to show some tenderness, even when they're playing chess. You think it's dumb to be smart, but that's the way you make art. So be smart, dummy, dummy, be smart. Use your brain, that's a start. It's okay to be smart. Don't you think that you are cool? Sorry, dummy, the joke's on you.
Hi, welcome to Change Your Mind. It's an inside job. I'm James Eden. I live in the divided states of America. How do we become united again? Well, we spend so much time trying to change other people's minds. We've forgotten that sometimes we need to change our own. But we don't know how to change our own. We aren't taught how to change our own. So we have to spend some time learning how to do that. And, I would love to hear from other people. Did you ever successfully change your mind? Not about like something like I changed my mind about what I wanted for lunch, but something serious, something that you just didn't think you would ever change your mind about, but something happened in your life and you did. Well, scrolling across the bottom of your screen now is info@airu.tv. If you send your story, I will ask you to come on the show with me and tell the audience about how you were able to change your mind, what it took, what happened, what is the story behind changing your mind. Because we can do it. And in fact, we have to do it if we are going to be a united country again. And now, changing our own minds is part of it. Sometimes we just have to change other people's minds. I know that this is true because I've done it just recently. It was a very important thing for me, and I'm going to share with you a little bit about the background. Some of you know that I'm a chess master, been involved in chess governance since the early 90s. And chess governance, you say? Yes, because there's a national governing organization. U.S. Chess is the national governing organization for chess within the United States, and it's a representative in the world governing organization we call FIDE. And within the national governing organization, we have titles, national titles, and they're responsible for awarding one. Now, we have titles for juniors, titles for girls, titles for the U.S. champion, titles for the women's U.S. champion. We have a title for U.S. seniors, but we don't have a title for U.S. senior women's. So this was an obvious error as far as I was concerned, or at least a gap in what we're trying to do, because we're working on gender equality in chess. And, it might sound like such a 20th century thing to be talking about, but chess is a few decades behind society at large in recognizing the value of women. And, when I started playing in 1972, the year that Bobby Fischer won the world championship title, there just were very, very few women playing. And these women that were playing in those times are now like my age. And we wanted to shine a spotlight on them and honor them for their trailblazing capacity of being competitors in a world dominated by men. They were kicking and banging on the glass ceiling, trying to get through back when it wasn't very popular to do so. And in the 1990s, we were very successful as a organization, bringing girls and boys together to start playing chess in the schools. Our Chess in the Schools programs exploded throughout the country. So we were really good as an organization about getting boys and girls to play. And the tip of the hat to all those organizers throughout all those years doing such good work. But as the girls got older, they they would find themselves feeling a little awkward sometimes coming to a still male-dominated environment playing chess tournaments. If you saw the show Queen's Gambit, they did a great job demonstrating that men still thought that women weren't as good at chess as they were, didn't belong in the same arena. And it was a lot of men didn't feel that way. A lot of men were very warm and welcoming and encouraging, but we still had that stereotypical thinking, and we had to try to get over it. So we proposed several years ago this women's senior championship, but I proposed it to a board, an executive board making these decisions that was all male. And so they declined. They didn't think that it was something that we could pull off, that there wouldn't be enough women, they wouldn't be strong enough. I heard a lot of different reasons why they didn't want to have a national title for this demographic. So in 2022, I went to the U.S. governors meeting, and it was every August we have a governance meeting where the delegates attend from all the states, and they voted to establish this title. So it went out to bid, and I was part of the winning bid. I worked with a woman named Elizabeth Shaughnessy, who works in Berkeley, and she established the Berkeley School of Chess. And my tip of the hat to Elizabeth Shaughnessy. It was amazing. And I remember years ago that she wanted to build a building dedicated to chess, and people said she was crazy. I know, because I was one of them. I said, the Bay Area is so expensive. You can't build a building. Just wanted to show you, this is Elizabeth Shaughnessy standing outside the Berkeley School of Chess. The building she built through determination, willpower, fundraising, of course. But just don't tell her she can't do something. She could do it. So the two of us put together a bid, and the bid was awarded to us. And so we were able to hold the tournament. And I just wanted to bring up a picture of, these are the women. Elizabeth is sitting in the front row to the left, but the rest of them are the players who are invited and accepted the invitation to compete in the inaugural Senior Women's Chess Championship. The sign next to them, Empowering Women and Girls Through Chess, it's a brainstorm of Kimberly Dew, who is the chair of the Women's Committee for the National Governing Organization. She attended for the duration, and there was an executive board meeting, executive board member who was there, Leela. She was there for the duration as well. The two of them showed support for the tournament and was greatly appreciated. But a tip of the hat to Carol Meyer, who's the executive director of the governing organization for chess, U.S. Chess. And she came out, even though she was under the weather and had to take a red eye right afterwards back to where she lives. She came to deliver opening statements before the first round. And she called the women trailblazers. She got a great ovation at the end of the speech. And it was really meaningful to Elizabeth and I that she came all the way out to say a few words and to show her support, the support of the organization for these women. And again, these women are, competitors. They're not just friends, but, it was an amazing atmosphere. The vibe was different from any tournament that I've ever played in. And of course, I didn't play in this one. I just witnessed it. But it was amazing to me because I remember giving condolences to Alexei Root, who was a former U.S. women's champion, after she lost, and she said, "Well, my opponent played better than I did." And I was like, "Wow, those words never came out of my mouth," But they were friends on and off the board, or before the game started and after the game started finished. But over the board, the first round of all the games, there was only one draw. All the rest were decisive. I think this was true in round two as well. And the last round, oh my goodness. Well, let me just tell you that we broadcast the games as they were played, and we annotated them. I'll show you a little picture of the annotated. I'm in the middle, and to my left, your right, is Elliot Winslow, who's an international master. So he would correct me when I would say something. And to my right, your left, is Ivana, who's I won't try to pronounce her last name. It's Polish, and I have a stupid tongue, so I would butcher it. But we practiced it. She made me practice it. I said it 3 times, and I got it right once. But I'm not going to push my luck. But she's a women's FM, and I'm an FM, so she's the women's corresponding title to me. So she helped us with the broadcasts and was quite good at it. So the three of us were commenting on the games as they were going on. And in the last round, we were sure that there was going to be a tie. Elliot and I were convinced of certain results were going to happen, and they didn't happen. And I guess I've been burying the lead because the winner, 4.5 out of 5, who we thought was going to lose the last round game but managed to win it, was Angelina Belikovskaya. And she is a women's grandmaster. Strong player, has been a strong player for a very long time, lives in Arizona, and was tickled to get the invitation, and more than a little tickled to win it. So congratulations, Angelina, for being the first U.S. senior women's champion. It's a national title, and they can't take it away from you. They can't tell us we can't do it because we did it. And Angelina said that she was, happy to be invited, happy to win. And she, about winning, she got a little lucky in the last round, sure, but she said she never resigned. And when she got her chance, she took it. And that's the voice of a true competitor. So the competition was amazing, but the camaraderie was also something that I really admired. And this is during the closing ceremonies. Kimberly Dew, the chair of the Women's Committee, brought over chessboards, and all the players signed them. And the organizer, Elizabeth Shaughnessy, the bottom right-hand corner, signed it, and I did. I'm right behind her as well. We were in the white squares, Elizabeth and I, and the women were all in the red squares. But it's a souvenir. It's a souvenir that we're all going to cherish, I think, looking back at it. Because this is the first, but hopefully not the last. So we were able to change their minds about whether or not older women could play. Strong older women could play chess in a tournament, and whether it was worthwhile to run, to determine who was the strongest, who was the best, at least for this one tournament. Who was the best woman over 50 in the United States? And we found that there are people who were not invited, were upset that they weren't invited. And so there's more women out there that want to play in this event. And we found out that reason they weren't invited is because you not only have a rating, which is what we use to judge your strength, your performance rating, but there's also an activity requirement. So women over 50, start playing chess, start playing tournament chess, get your rating established, and if you're active and rated high enough, next year you will be invited. You will have a chance to be called the women's national senior champion. So sometimes it's best to change their minds, other people's minds. Sometimes it's best to change your own. I wanted to show you another little gift that we managed to give to the women. This is a T-shirt with Elizabeth's picture on it. U.S. Chess, the National Governing Organization for Chess, is the top billing. The Berkeley Chess School, Elizabeth's school, is next, and then my foundation, the Foundation, is afterwards. Because let's see if I have this picture I could show you. Yeah, this is me giving the check to Elizabeth at the closing ceremony, and I'm wearing the T-shirt I just showed you. So this was an amazing event. I was really thrilled to be part of it, and really thrilled that we were able to put this on, and hopefully not only was it the first, but it won't be the last, and I think we've changed some minds about how strong women are even when they're over 50. And if you're a woman in her 40s, stay active, keep playing, because when you turn 50, you become eligible. And if you're 50 and haven't played in a while, start playing. You'll get invited. So if you have a story about changing your own mind, please write it to info@airu.tv. I will get in touch with you and we'll see if we can tell your story on the air. And if that doesn't work out, maybe think about changing your own mind about something else. Maybe that story will be told. But never forget, it's an inside job. We have to work on ourselves. And if we don't work on ourselves, why are we trying to work on somebody else's minds? Trying to change somebody else's minds? If we're not willing to take a look at our own thinking and willing to change our own. And never forget, every weekend is a new beginning.